So it turns out having an FPL team without Son and Palmer was actually a terrible, terrible idea. Straight at the beginning of the FPL week, they got 25 points combined, pretty much ruining my week beyond recovery. It's pretty bad. My only hope was Salah captain, who probably should have scored 20 points at least, being robbed of 2 assists, having 12 shots and only scoring once. I mean, he's had less than 12 shots in a game and scored 5 before. So I'm feel pretty hard done by that. I mean, what a great week for it to happen. I mean, he ended up with 7, so it is better than nothing. But still, yeah, this week is not the one. I need to get past it. I mean, even Gordon thought it would be a great idea to get 3 assists. Okay, 3 assists. You'd normally think, okay, he's going to get like 12 points, bare minimum. But no, he gets his red card, he gets sent off, and he gets 8 points from 3 assists, which is just fantastic. So yeah, I'm even mad at him. And I think many of you will be shocked to hear that I will still not be bringing in Cole Palmer or Son to my FPL team. You see, with double game week 34 coming up, I need to focus my attentions there. All I can do really when Chelsea and Spurs play, just turn off my notifications, maybe hide behind the sofa because they're not coming in my team. Even though I do have 2 free transfers, I'm bringing in those plays for double game week 34. So yeah, final recap of game week 30, what was supposed to be a great week. I've gone from 35k down to 65k. But when you go differential, it's kind of what you expect. Some big highs, but some low lows, which is what we experienced this week. Anyway, let's move on to game week 31, see what to do with my 2 free transfers. Now, I made one of my 2 free transfers almost instantly because I was nearly out of money for it. It left me with 0.0 in the bank. I had Colwill, who'd been sitting on my bench for ages. I mean, all he does is just get injured at this point. It's just, what's the point of even having him? So I decided to double up on the Arsenal defence. I got Gabriel now playing alongside Saliba, so I can finally benefit from an Arsenal clean sheet again. Yes, guys, if you are in the top 500k, I think it is, and you don't have 2 Arsenal defenders / goalkeeper, you actually can't benefit from an Arsenal clean sheet. It's only going to harm your rank. So Saliba, Gabriel and Saka have finished my Arsenal triple up probably for the rest of the year. I do have a wild card actually, so it won't be for the rest of the year. But, up until at least game week 34. And, we know Luton are pretty shaky from set pieces, and we know Saliba and Gabriel, they like a little headed goal. So maybe, just maybe, one of them can pick up a goal for me. Preferably Saliba because he's less owned. But let's be honest, Gabriel's the more likely one to bag a goal. I would have liked to have Ben White, but then Ben White, let's be honest, he can easily get rotated. To be honest, I don't even know the whole dynamic of the Arsenal defence anymore. It kind of confuses me what's going on in Arteta's head. I just know Gabriel and Saliba are safe, so those are the 2 I've gone with. Next up, I need to sell one of 3 players. We have Watkins, Bailey, and Gordon all on the chopping block, okay? One of these 3 needs to go. First things first, we got Gordon, who would definitely be in my team if he didn't pick up the red card. But now he's got a 1-game ban. I might be looking to sell him. The only reason I think of selling him is because obviously he misses this game. Then he's got an away game after, and he never gets returns in away games. So it's basically a guaranteed blank. But looking at the games he has following, I just can't sell him because all the games are quite easy. It feels wrong to sell him, especially when I could get rid of Bailey or Watkins, who are playing away to Man City and away to Arsenal in the next 2 games, which are the 2 hardest fixtures ever this season. So I think Gordon's safe for now, but I am very unhappy with him still, right? You're not forgiven yet, mate. Now, the pros and cons of selling or keeping Bailey is that Bailey is cheap enough to just keep on my bench if I don't want to play him through the hard games. And then he does have some green fixtures in between Man City and Arsenal, which he could easily get returns on because they're home games, and Bailey loves a home game. Whereas you look at Watkins, he's a 9 mil player, or is he 8.9 now? I think I missed the price drop, sadly. He's not someone I can leave on my bench for 2 out of the next 3 games. It would be an absolute waste. And I mean an absolute waste of 8.9 mil, which I could use on a very good FPL asset. So it was a bit of a longer thought process than that. I kind of simplified it in like 30 seconds. It actually took me a day to think of what to do. And I think the best move is just to give up on Watkins. The only reason I was reluctant to do it is because it's Watkins. He's going to be high owned and he can score against anyone. But with the budget I can get with selling him, for me it's worth it. So what I want to do now is look at the potential replacements for Ollie Watkins. And to be honest, there is not many. I've narrowed it down to 3 options, okay? We have Beto, we have Mateta, or we have Nunes. Now you may be thinking, why only those 3 options? And let me tell you why. So out of all the teams that double in game week 34, First, you've got Arsenal. I've already tripled up on Arsenal. Second, Bournemouth. I've already got Solanke. Third, Wolves. Cunha's just come back from injury, and while he would be good, I can't trust that he's going to start the next game, so it could be a waste of a transfer. Then you've got Sheffield United. Yeah, I'm not going to get McBurney in my team, I'll tell you that right now. Which leaves us with Everton, Crystal Palace, and Liverpool. The Liverpool attack is amazing. The Everton attack is bad. And Beto, normally, well, he's been getting the expected goals and he has been scoring them, but normally he misses them. Then you've got Mateta, who I actually think is a pretty good option for his price. But for me, if I've got the money for it, why would I go for Mateta or Beto? Because I'm not going to lie, Mateta and Beto are for the brokies in FPL, the ones that are doing everything they can to afford Salah. I don't need to do that. I want to actually take this opportunity to get an advantage over those guys who are trying to fit Salah in their team, because not many people are going to be going for Nunes, and we all know Nunes can get a lot of big chances. If he can put them away, he could be a super differential for my team in double game week 34 and leading up to double game week 34. So for me, he is the only option I see for me going ahead. So yeah, basically what I've done, second free transfer from Watkins off to Nunes. Now, I've not owned Nunes this entire year of FPL, but looking at the people on Twitter who have owned him, you know, they haven't come off too nicely. I think some of them want to kill him, but I'm just going to have to take that risk. I mean, it'll be quite fun, especially having double Liverpool attack for these upcoming games. I think they're going to score a ton of goals. So I'm in a pretty good position, and hopefully Nunes can be that differential I need to gain back the rank I lost last week. All I need is Son and Palmer to actually blank for once in their lives. Probably won't happen, but fingers crossed, you know? So here we are looking at the final team for Game Week 31. Let me know what you guys think of it, and thanks for watching.